Episode 9 of Tulsa King Season 2 starts with the natives paying their respects to Jimmy, who was shot dead outside the weed shop last time out. Dwight and the others are here too, and they share in the grief. Jimmy had great respect in Dwight as a leader, and Jimmy's mom is the first among many others in the community who want revenge for his death. Dwight reassures them that this is definitely happening, given they're now at war. To bolster out their ranks, Dwight is offered the services of the Mayul warriors, all nations aligned under one common goal. Bodhi has survivor's guilt and blames himself for what happened. The others are quick to shoot down this way of thinking, but it's clear that there's a lot of guilt in the car. Unfortunately, all of this could come after Armand, who is conflicted over whether to hightail it away and leave or not. In the end, he realizes there really is nowhere else to go. He's taken just over $500,000 from his boss, and when Dwight finds out, he's not going to be happy. But right now, his attention is on Bevilacqua. Vince offers Chicky a way back, and that comes from talking Dwight into rejoining them. Vince wants Tulsa back in their grasp, and given Dwight hates his guts, he guesses that Chicky might have more luck in persuading him here. As for Bevilacqua, he realizes that this misunderstanding is about to really blow up. Thresher's initial mistake is coming after him, and he wants to try and nip it in the bud before things really spiral and bloodlines the streets. That night, Thresher shows up to see Bevilacqua. He's had enough of Thresher's game playing and knows that he's made his own bed here, so he's only got himself to blame. Bevilacqua also threatens him with a bullet to the head as well if he's not careful. Thresher inevitably shrugs off the threats and believes he may have a way of getting to Dwight. He shows up to see Margaret and reveals that Ming is more dangerous than he thought, and he's also after Margaret's ranch too. The only way to sort this is to organize a sit-down to iron out this misunderstanding so all that hatred and anger can be redirected at Ming rather than Bevilacqua. And of course, only Margaret will really be able to get through to Dwight. Margaret does just this and explains that the ranch she owns isn't solely owned by her. You see, there's joint ownership here with Cal Thresher, and he, subsequently, comes in a package with Ming. Chicky tries to get a flight out, but finds out he's been blocked by the TSA, so there's no way of flying. Speaking of which, Armand shows up to see Ming and warns that Dwight is after him. He feeds information about the ranch and how he can help lead him in to take out Dwight and Margaret in one fell swoop. That night, Armand leads the others over to the ranch, where Dwight happens to be waiting alongside Bevilacqua. They easily dispatch Ming's goons, but Ming is kept alive for questioning. This impromptu alliance is definitely not something on the bingo cards early on this season, but here we are. With Ming tied up, Dwight decides it's time to finish this. Armed with the axe given by Jimmy's mom, he hands Tyson the weapon and tells him this is justified. One clean shot to the head, and Ming is dead, falling straight into the open grave. So it turns out that Armand actually came back to Dwight, knowing that he's a liability. He actually wanted Dwight to kill him, but instead, Dwight used him as bait to make things right. Chicky heads out to Tulsa to talk to Dwight, while Dwight himself returns home to see Margaret. He confirms there's no damage, and it's mission accomplished here.